Take 3 breaths. Press your fingers into the ground and allow your shoulder blades to come up towards your ears. Send your hips up and back. On your next inhale, round yourself forward to plank. Press the earth away. Exhale, knees down, child's pose. Inhale, come up to all fours. Arch your back, tuck your toes. Press back, downward facing dog. Do 2 more like this. Inhale, round forward to plank. Press the ground away. Exhale, knees down, child's pose. Inhale, round yourself forward to all fours. Arch your back, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale, roll yourself forward to plank. Exhale, knees down, child's pose. Inhale, come up to all fours, arch your back, tuck your toes, and press back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, right knee to nose, come to plank, grip the ground. Exhale, send your right leg up and back. Again, inhale, roll forward to plank, right knee to nose, and step your right foot inside your right thumb. Plant your left hand towards the left and bring your right hand behind your head. Come into a simple twist. Press your head into your hand. Open up to the sky. Hug your knees towards one another so your legs are strong and activated. Press your head into your hand. Expand through your heart center. Expand in your collarbone. And exhale. Release your hand to frame your front foot. Step your right foot back into plank. Knees down, child's pose. Good. Take a breath here. And let it out. Inhale, come up to all fours. Arch your back, tuck your toes, and press back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, left knee to nose, round forward to plank, grip the ground. Exhale, left foot up and back. Inhale, roll forward to plank, knee to nose, and step your left foot inside your left thumb. Plant your right hand off to the right, grip the ground. Open up to a simple twist and bring your left hand behind your head. Press your head into your hand and spiral open to the sky. Allow your heart to lift up towards the sky. Hug your knees towards one another on the mat. Legs are strong. One more breath here. And exhale, release your hand to frame your front foot. Step back to plank and lower all the way down to the ground. Tent your fingers off your mat alongside of you and allow your elbows to come up towards the sky. Imagine there's a string between your shoulder blades pulling you upward to round your back up on the inhale. Exhale, soften your heart through, bring your shoulder blades together. And then inhale, lift up. Hug your belly button in and up and press the tops of your feet into the mat. And exhale, release down. Let's do one more like this. Fingertips, elbows are high. Inhale, round. Exhale, roll your shoulder blades and soften. Inhale, lift up. Belly button is in and up. Press the feet into the ground. And exhale down to the mat. Good. Set your hands up outside your low ribs. Press up through all fours. Tuck your toes. Arch your back. And press back into downward facing dog. Take a moment here to notice your breath. And to steady your heart rate. Grip the ground. On the next breath in, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, right foot to right thumb. Squeeze your legs in towards one another and rise up to high crescent lunge. Good. Hug your legs in, pressing into the back foot high on the back toes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down into cactus arms. Good. On the next breath in, send your hands back, keeping your arms, your muscle arms where they are. Your hands go farther back and then reach up behind you. Allow your heart to move forward, exaggerating the back bend. Breathe here with the desire to expand, the desire to feel good. One more breath. And exhale, release your hands down to the ground. Good. Step your right foot back to plank and lower all the way down to the ground. Again, set your fingertips up off the mat. Elbows are high. Inhale, round up. Exhale, shoulder blades together. Heart melts through to soften. And inhale, lift up. Belly button in and up. And exhale, melt to the earth. Let's do one more like this. Inhale, round your way up. Exhale, roll your shoulder blades together to soften. Inhale, push up, belly button in and up. And exhale, down to the mat. Set your hands up outside your low ribs. Press up to all fours. Arch your back, tuck your toes, and press back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Notice the difference in sides of the body. On the next breath in, lift the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, left foot inside left thumb. Legs hug towards one another, gain strength and stability. Rise up, high crescent lunge. High on the back foot. Hips are hugging in. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, pull down to cactus arms. Inhale, send your arms back, keeping your elbows where they are, and reach up and back. Allow your heart to melt forward towards the front of the mat. Breathe and expand here. Breathe up into the collarbone. One more breath. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Step your left foot back to plank. Press the earth away. And exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. This time, interlace your hands behind your low back. Roll your shoulder blades onto your back and send your elbows straight back behind you. Lift up for 3 baby cobras. Press your feet into the mat. Inhale, lift your head and heart up. And exhale, soften. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Press your feet down. And exhale, soften. 1 more. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. Set your hands up outside your low ribs. Press up through all fours. Tuck your toes, arch your back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here. 2 breaths to settle your mind. With the desire to feel good, with the desire to expand and open. How can we be more open on and off the mat? On your next inhale, begin a slow walk to the front of the mat and forward fold. Gonna interlace your hands behind your low back, roll your shoulder blades onto your back and towards one another, and send your hands up to the sky. Release your head and neck down. Keep a micro bend in your knees. Still early. Release. A little sway side to side. Feel good. Opening up front. We often think that the heart is just in the front of our body, but so much of it is in the back that we neglect. Release your hands down to your hips, arch your back, and rise to stand in Tadasana. Hands are spread wide, collarbone is expanding open. Legs press down into the earth. Kneecaps hugging in and up in a strong Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your hands into your shins. Extend the crown of your head long. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Left knee comes down. Rise up, Anjaneyasana. So you're in this box shape lunge. Hug your knees towards one another. Make this a strong lunge. Reach your arms up. Exhale, pull down into cactus arms. Send your fists back behind you. Bend into the front knee and send your arms behind you. Reach your heart up to the sky. The desire to be open, the desire to expand and feel good. One more breath. And exhale, release. Good. Come lift your left knee up off the ground in runner's lunge. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. Lower halfway chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Hips are up and back. Press into the ground. Take a deep breath in. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale out all the breath and step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up to the sky, Urdhva Sthasana. Exhale, hands through heart center and down by the side. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat, back knee down. Hug your legs towards one another and rise up into this box-shaped lunge. Hugging in, legs are strong. Pull down into cactus arms. Send your hands back behind you. Bend into the front leg and reach your arms up and back. Breathe into the expansion. Allow your back to have an exaggerated back bend. Heart is up to the sky, heart is open. One more breath. Exhale, release your hands down to frame your front foot. Lift your back knee up. Step your left foot back to plank. Lower halfway chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Good. Press your hands into the mat. Grip the ground. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale out all the breath and step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your hands into your shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up to the sky, Urdhva Sthasana. Exhale, hands through heart center and down by your side. Good. Let's keep going. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, grip the ground and step or hop back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next breath in, reach your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, right foot inside right thumb. Plant your left hand down on the mat. Grip the ground and reach your right arm to the back of the mat. And like a wave, on the inhale, we're going to sweep the right arm up and over the ear. And exhale, come back towards the back of the mat. Again, inhale, sweep up and over, maybe opening a little bit more. Exhale, sweep it back. One more inhale, sweep up and over and around. You can press your heart towards the front of the mat. And exhale, hand down to frame the front foot. Step back to plank, lower halfway chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, left foot inside of left thumb. Plant your right hand down on the mat. Reach your left hand to the back of the mat. Again, like a wave that builds with each movement. Take a deep breath in and sweep your arm up and over. Exhale, back down. Inhale, up and around. Maybe a little bit more of a back bend. Exhale, back. One more inhale, up and around. Make it the biggest bend yet. And exhale, back. Good. Plant your hand down. Step back to plank. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Next breath in, reach your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, right foot inside of right thumb. Root your legs down and rise up, high crescent lunge. Squeeze your legs together, strong legs. Exhale, pull down into this cactus arms. This time, I'm gonna bring the arms towards one another, round the upper back. Inhale, open. Exhale, round, close it in. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. One more. Inhale, open. Expand with the desire to feel good. Exhale, close. Great. Plant your hands down onto the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Let's go to the left side. Lift your left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, left foot to left thumb. Squeeze your legs in, root down, rise up, high crescent lunge, high on the back foot. Bring your arms down to cactus. Inhale, bring your arms together, round the upper back, and open. Inhale, close, and exhale, open. One more, close. We'll do one more, and open. Let's do one more, I was just kidding. Close. Good. And open. Good. Plant your hands back down. Step back to plank. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Good. Take a moment here to just notice your heart rate and to see if you can gain control to slow it down slightly. Come back to your breath. Deepen your breath. On the next breath in, reach your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, right foot to right thumb. Then rise up, high crescent lunge. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, open up warrior two. Sit your hips back like you're trying to sit onto a chair. Your knee over your ankle, reach your arms out wide, but soften your shoulders. Gaze over the middle finger. Take a deep breath in and exhale with focus. The next inhale. Exhale, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Keep the bend in the front knee and revolve your heart up to the sky with a desire to feel open, to expand, to enjoy. Two more breaths. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step your right foot to the back of the mat and lower all the way down to the ground. Come up in a Sphinx shape. Let me move this out of the way. Press your left hand down into the mat. So you're in a Sphinx arms. Bring your right heel into your buttocks. Reach your right arm to the back. Grab a hold of your big toe side and have your thumb facing upward. Kick your foot into your hand and resist that kick with your hand. Kick so hard that you could push into your left hand to lift up and straighten into your left arm. Center your heart back towards the front of the mat. Keep kicking. One more breath. And exhale, release. Good. Bring your hands alongside of your ribs. Come up to all fours. Arch your back, tuck your toes, and come into downward facing dog. Reach your left leg up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, left foot inside left thumb. Squeeze the legs together, rise up, high crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, open up warrior two. Legs are strong, hugging in towards one another. Arms are soft. Gaze over the middle finger. And breathe here, hugging everything in towards the midline. Inhale. Exhale, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Keep that bend in the front leg. Spiral the heart up to the sky. to open and expand. Send the breath up towards your heart. One more deep breath. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Flip the back foot up, step back to plank, and lower all the way down to the ground. Come back into those Sphinx arms. Press your right hand now down into the mat. Bring your left heel towards your buttocks. Reach your left arm to the back and grab a hold of the big toe side of your foot. Kick with your foot into your hand. Resist that kicking with your hand and press into the right arm to straighten whatever you can, but keep the back foot kicking. Center your heart towards the front of the mat and breathe here. Expand through the collarbone and exhale, release down. Set your hands up outside your low ribs. Press up through all fours. Arch your back, tuck your toes, and come into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and let it go. On the next inhale, bend your knees, look forward, exhale out all the breath, grip the ground, and step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up to the sky, Urdhva Sthasana. Exhale, hands through heart center and down by your side. Awesome. And sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Try to sit back a little bit further so that your knees are just over your ankles. So your butt is up. You have this arch in your lower back. Exaggerate that. Allow your heart to lift up to the sky. Reach your arms up. Lift your toes up and press your heels down and out in the mat. You'll feel your outer hips activate. Breathe here with the desire to feel good. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, right foot to right thumb. Legs are strong, rise up, high crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, open up warrior two. Now this time like a wave, let's come into reverse. So inhale, exhale, flip the front palm, reverse. Inhale, reach into warrior two. Exhale, flip and reverse. Inhale, reach to warrior two. Exhale, flip and reverse. Good, stay for one more breath. Rotate your heart up to the sky. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Plant your left hand off to the left. Roll over to the pinky toed side of your left foot. Coming into Vashisthasana for a moment, side plank. Step your right foot behind your left leg and come to sit in this wild thing prep or Beyonce at the beach. Allow your right leg to open up towards the right. Sweep your right arm around and push up into a baby wild thing. Breathe here, expand through the collarbone, open your left arm up. And exhale, come to sit back down, sweep your left arm towards your back foot around the mat, setting your hand back up for wild thing and push up into wild thing. Hips are up, heart is open, the desire to expand and feel good. One more breath. Exhale, come back into downward facing dog. Notice the difference in your sides. Notice your breath. Just use these down dogs to come back to a space of curiosity about yourself. And the next inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, left foot to left thumb. Legs are strong. Rise up, high crescent lunge. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Again, like a wave. Inhale, exhale, flip and reverse. Inhale, reach in warrior two. Exhale, flip, reverse. One more, inhale, reach. Exhale, flip, reverse. Rotate your heart up to the sky. Keep the bend in the front knee. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Plant your right hand off to the right and roll over to a right side Vashisthasana. So right pinky toe edge side of the foot just for a moment. And then step your left foot behind and come to sit in a wild thing prep pose. Allow your left knee to knock out to the left. Sweep your left arm out behind you and lift up into a baby wild thing. Breathe, expansion, open your heart. One more breath. Exhale, come back to sit. Sweep your right arm down towards the back of the mat and around, coming back into wild thing prep and lift up into wild thing. Expand open, reach your left arm out and away from you. The desire to feel good. One more breath. Exhale, come back to downward facing dog. You guys are doing awesome. Take 3 breaths here. Just to notice. Good. The next inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale out all the breath, grip the ground, and step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Heart is up, hips are back. Exhale, stand, hands through heart center, and down by your side. Good. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Knees are back, so they're just over the ankles. Hips are high. Arch your back, heart is up. Press your heels down into the mat, push them outward, and exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, press your hands into your shins, extend the crown of your head long. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll yourself forward to plank. Drop your knees down to the mat. Keep your toes tucked and press back to come sit on your heels. Good. Take your right thumb and pointer finger and squeeze just behind the right ankle bone. Just apply slight pressure there. Bring your left hand behind your head and leading with your heart and pelvis. Inhale, lift up to one arm camel, expanding through the heart, opening a little bit more. Exhale, soften down. 2 more on this side. Inhale, lift up and open. Exhale, come back like you came in. One more. Inhale, lift up and open. And exhale, sit back down. Crawl your hands out in front of you. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. I'm gonna grab my, I don't know where it went. Grab my knee pad. Plant your left hand off towards the left. Swing your right arm, hand around to the back of the mat. Grab a hold of the pinky toe edge side of your foot. Kick your foot into your hand and resist the kick with your hand. So you're stretching and activating these quad muscles, which are so important for relaxing our fight or flight response to soothe anxiety, which I think we all have right now. Breathe into this. Allow your chest and heart to open out to the sky. One more breath. Keep kicking. Exhale. Bring your hand back down. Step your right knee back. Tuck your toes and come back to sit. Good job. Bring your left fingers now, and you can't see me on this side, and bring them right behind the left ankle bone. Apply slight pressure here, right in that spot. Bring your right hand just behind your head, leading with your heart and your belly button and your pelvis. Push up to open. And exhale, come back down. Do 2 more like this. Inhale, lift up, expand. Exhale, lower back down. 1 more, lift up with the desire to feel good. Exhale, sit back down. Walk your fingers to the front. Step your left foot outside of your left hand. Plant your right hand down on the mat and swing your left hand to the back. Grab a hold of your pinky toe edge side of your foot and kick your left foot, your right foot, into your hand. Resist the kicking with your hand. Squeeze it in. Turn on the quads and open up the heart to the sky. Expand with strength, with understanding, with awareness. 1 more deep breath in. And exhale, release. Good job. Step your left knee back and come into a child's pose. Good. Take a breath here. Press your knees into the mat and push them outward so you feel your outer hips. And then in reverse, pull your knees towards one another. Your hips might lift and you'll feel the inner thigh muscles turn on. Again, push your legs outward and then pull them in. Just notice that contrast. Good. Come up to all fours. Tuck your toes, press back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here. On the next inhale, roll yourself forward to plank and lower all the way down to the mat. Hug your heels in towards your butt, and with your forehead still on the mat, you can reach back with your thumb side up, grab a hold of the big toe edge side of your foot. We're in this bow shaped prep. Roll your shoulder blades together, squeeze them together on your back, just like we did in that twisted lunge. I'm gonna kick our feet into our hands, but with a wave. So inhale, kick your feet in your hands, lift your heart and head up, and then exhale, soften. And the next breath in, a little bit more, kick a little bit more, lift a little bit more, expand a little more, and exhale, soften. 1 more, inhale, kick and lift and expand with the desire to feel good. And exhale, soften down. Good, you can rock your feet from side to side. Windshield wiper your feet. Stack your hands under your forehead. And just breathe. Noticing how you feel and how you want to feel. The difference with how we feel is just our thoughts. Someone said that to me recently. It blew me away. It's just our thoughts. So if you think you have something, then you're happy, which is fascinating. All right. Bring your hands alongside your low ribs. Press up through all fours. Tuck your toes and press back into downward facing dog. Grip the ground. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, right knee to nose, come forward to plank, and send your right foot to the left in a fallen triangle. Slide your right foot over to the left, reach your left arm up, expand, open. How do you want to feel? 1 more breath. Exhale, bring your left hand down. Keep your right foot where it is, but walk it into a pigeon. So you're just bending to sit down into pigeon. Good. Squeeze your legs in towards one another for a moment. And exhale, soften down any amount to forearms. You can even walk your forearms over to the foot side. Just breathe into the sensation of your right hip. The difference between that pain and sensation. If you're feeling pain, squeeze your legs in towards one another to keep it active. We want to find strength in our flexibility. Allow yourself 3 more breaths. Just breathing with awareness where you feel that sensation. Next breath in, walk your hands back towards the center. Bring your hands to, there you go, tuck your back toes and press back into downward facing dog. Just breathe here. Notice the difference in your hips. Next breath in, lift your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, left knee to nose, roll forward to plank, and send your left foot towards the right in a fallen triangle. And scoot your left foot even more forward. Reach your right arm out and open. And breathe. The desire to feel good, the desire to expand. One more breath. And exhale, set your right hand back down on the mat and scoot your left leg into pigeon. And for a moment, hug your knees together. Activate your legs. Hips are strong. And exhale, soften into your legs. You can come down any amount. Come down on your forearms. And just breathe into the left hip. Breathe into that sensation. Take about 3 to 5 more breaths. With every breath, allow yourself to sink deeper. Next breath in, roll off to the left hip to swing your right foot out in front of you. Now, if you have bolster or cushion, definitely grab a hold of your blocks. We're going to come into a supported butterfly. So press the soles of your feet together to touch. You can even put the blocks under your knees and stay there and just walk forward. You can set your blocks up here in a little tower to rest your forehead. Just find a position that works for you, that you can stay for a little bit. You can even take a couch cushion. It's actually my favorite. You put the bolster here and just like nap. Round over your feet. Remember that your heart is on your back. And while you may be rounded in, your heart is still exposed, and you can breathe into that space between your shoulder blades is your heart. That even if we expand and are open, to take time to turn inward is actually the way to expand, to be open. Allow your head to be heavy. Pressing that third eye center into your block. Just breathe up and down your spine towards the crown of your head and down back towards the earth. And that same wave-like motion, only this time the movement is internal. One more breath. Place your hands on the floor or mat in front of you and use your hands to push yourself back up. Keep your eyes closed for a moment just to settle the energy back down and come to lie on your back. Come in to a bridge position. Walk your heels towards your butt and roll your shoulder blades inward, flat onto your back. Your hands down alongside of you, with your palms facing down towards the mat. On the inhale, we're going to lift our hips and arms up and overhead. Bring your heart towards your chin, gazes upwards, hug your knees towards one another. And exhale, soften back down to the mat, your hips and your hands. Let's do two more, like a wave. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, soften. Cross your right leg over your left. Hug your legs in towards your chest and rock over to the left. Cross-legged twist. Arms are out in a T. Use your left hand to press into the earth to guide your right shoulder blade down towards the mat, any amount. And breathe into your right lower back. Bring awareness into what that feels like. Take two more breaths. Press both hands down into the earth and lift your knees back up to center. Cross your left leg over your right now. Hug your legs in for a moment and then knock your knees over towards the right. Press your right hand into the ground and use it as leverage to push yourself a little bit deeper into the twist to allow your left shoulder blade to come towards the mat. Send breath into your left lower back, to the space just alongside of your sacrum. Breathe here. Two or three more deep breaths. And press your hands into the ground. Lift your legs back up to center. Uncross your legs. Hug your knees into your chest for a moment and send your tailbone down to the mat. Just really lengthen along your backside body. Bring your hands back down beside you with your palms facing down towards the mat. Lift your legs up to the sky. If you'd like, you can use your hands as leverage to push your legs up and overhead, to come into plow. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Soften your eyes. Soften your jaw. Breathe into the back of your heart. When you're ready, you can roll slowly back down, one vertebra at a time, to the mat. Rest your feet down towards the mat. Allow your shoulder blades to roll onto your back, to tuck them under. Allow your feet to splay out to the sides. Soften your hips. Allow your fingers to curl in naturally. Breathe into your heart center. Expand and release into Shavasana. Begin to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back to your toes and wiggle them. Wiggle your fingers. Bring your awareness back to your heart. Breathe to expand. Step one foot to the mat at a time. Send your arms up and overhead. Stretch. And roll off to your right side. Take a moment here to restart. When you're ready, push yourself up to a comfortable seat.
Bring your hands to heart center. Rub them, creating some heat in between your hands. And place your hands over your heart space. Take a deep breath in. How do you want to feel? One more inhale. Sigh out the mouth. Bring your hands to heart center. Out inward slightly. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. Namaste. Thank you. Shut off the recording.